Hello and welcome back to Art Therapy with Jen. Today we are harvesting images from this magazine to do a one magazine challenge page with them afterwards. If you're not familiar with that video series on my channel, what I do is I take one magazine, I flip through it all the way, tear out what pages I think speak to me that I could use, and then I make a collage page in my art journal, which I have right here, just using images from that particular magazine. So let's get on into this, and sorry if I sound congested, I'll get into that story here in a moment, but typically these I film real time instead of doing a voiceover, and so I'm just talking through the camcorder audio. And yes, I use a camcorder. I still have the same handy cam that I've been using for the last over 5 years on YouTube, and it's still trucking along. So anyway, today I have this, it's Harper's Bazaar. I reckon it's from, looks like December. So, December/January. So let's see what we can find in this, right? Just real nice casual chat. Oh, I love the colors on that. That's pretty. I may just take that just in case. Sometimes I don't like to use these thicker, shinier pages, but that's pretty, isn't it? I like that. Ooh. I like this. It starts with a dream. Let's see. Angelina. That makes me want to watch, what's that movie? I really liked her in Hackers and Girl Interrupted, and she got some good movies. She's a great actress. I haven't watched movies in the last few years, so I'm not sure about the more current ones. Dream Big. Yes, yes, yes. Poofy, I like it. I just want to like floof it around, you know. Oh, let's see. Charlize Theron. Oh, I'm gonna smell the perfume too. Woo, woo. That one's got a kick to it. All right, this is interesting. Her with the hat. We'll take you. I like this too with the background as well. Those kind of more monochromatic colors. Oh, let me tell y'all why I'm sounding so congested. Oh, let me take this. Might can make some background texture if I need it from that. So, today's Sunday, and I worked yesterday, Saturday morning. It was just a weird day, okay? So, I get up, you know, get ready, walk out the door like I do every morning before work. You know, make sure I have my cell phone, make sure I have everything, and locked the door behind me, walked out, did not have any of my keys. Because, you know, you can just turn the little doohickey on the doorknob and walk out. And I was like, oh, God. So, luckily I had my cell phone in my pocket. And my father was here. He was still asleep in his room. And I hate that I had to wake him up because he usually sleeps quite late. He is older and been retired for many, many years. And I hate having to wake someone up early when they don't have to get up, because I know how precious those sleep-in days are, because I so rarely get them. And thankfully, I called about 4 or 5 times, and he finally woke up, and he brought me my keys, and it was 20 degrees outside. It was so cold, especially, I live in the South. I don't do cold. And I'm just standing on the porch, and of course, you know, my jacket's in my car. I left it in there from the night before, so I'm standing there in just like a cotton blouse. And he brought me my keys. I was like, oh, great. So, hold on, let me grab a sip of coffee here. I have 8 o'clock coffee. This is Red Eye Roast. I've been loving it. I've moved from the flavored coffees back to just normal coffee again, and I'm loving life. Put a little heavy cream, I'm good to go. But so then it didn't end there. So I scraped my car because I don't have a garage to park my car in, and my car is weird. It's like a 2011 model, and I've heard of other cars around this time doing this. You can't just go out there and start the car and leave it unlocked, you know, with the doors closed to heat it up, because it will lock itself and you will be locked out of your vehicle. So I always have to go out there and scrape it and start the car and leave the driver door wide open or the window down so I can reach in and unlock the doors. But so I'm out there scraping the car, whatever, right? It's snowing a little bit, flurries, you know, which in the south is just like emergency level if we see a flurry, right? But so I pull out, and where I'm at, I have to go a little ways till I get to the main road, and I have to pull out right, and my window was still a little bit fogged over. It had the ice off of it, but it had fogged up, and so I roll my driver's side window down, as I do 100 times, you know, as I've done 100 times, to be able to see to pull out onto the main road. Going like normal, right? And then excuse me, and then I go to put my window back up. We have successfully pulled out onto the main road, and it gets about this far from being all the way up, and I hear this crack pop, and I was like, what? And the window will not go up anymore. Again, it's 20 degrees. I'm going like 50 miles an hour. It's cold. And so I'm freaking out. I pull into this bank parking lot that's on my way, and I'm trying to, like, the window will push down, but it will not come back up. So I'm trying to, like, pull it. It looks like it's somehow popped out of alignment because the corner of the glass is sticking out from my door, and it's just like hanging there. So I'm rummaging through my car. I'm looking for like trash bags, whatever, because again, it's supposed to torrential downpour later this day too, and I could not get my window back up. And I have to go to work, which I'll have my car parked in the city for a few hours. And I'm thinking, oh Lord, I'm going to get robbed. My window won't go up. You know, I'm like having this whole meltdown. And not dramatic at all, right? And I just drive to work. I crank the heat on high, and I'm having this frigid air just blowing at me as I'm going down the road. And yeah, I think that's why my voice has stopped up, but we'll continue this story here after a few pages. I just feel like talking it out, y'all. Thanks for listening. But yeah, I drive that way to work, and we'll continue that in a moment. So I love the 70s vibe this chick has here. It's so cool. And I like this purse, the way it looks, but honey, I would need a much bigger purse for all my crap. So I guess the 70s vibes coming back. This is what I'm seeing here. Very, very 70s color palettes. And I'm talking like, I know what I'm talking about with fashion. I have no fashion. Most of my clothes are from Walmart. Except for my work pants. And I buy nice work pants. I splurge. I go to Lane Bryant, and I buy the good work pants because I wear those suckers so much. Let's see. Yeah, those colors there. That is so 70s. That's so neat. And take this with the hand. That tells me that that could tell a story. Lord, I hope I find some more things that that kind of speak to me. I'm just going to pull this out because so rarely are there like guys in these magazines that are like posed in a more like powerful pose. I don't know how to describe it, so I'm going to use him. We'll take that. Let's see. Now, voice, we don't have time to lose you, so you got to get it together. Oh, if y'all, I don't know if y'all can hear that jingling and going on in there. I have 3 cats, and I got this box. I bought this litter box, and it was so cute. It came with this cardboard thing that has holes in it that you can put a ping pong ball in that they can fight back and forth in. So what I've been doing is putting treats in there sometimes with the ping pong ball, and they're in there trying to get it out, and they've put one of their jingly cat balls in there too. So that's what you're hearing. Ooh, I think she looks so cool. We're gonna do that. And then, oh, I like this too. That almost looks like one of those ornate fans or something. Ooh, look at the back though. Look at that. I like that. Oh, this is amazing. Amazing. Look at that. That's so cool. Okay, this pose kind of cracks me up. Just a tad. Oh my goodness, I like this too with the jewels. They got some really pretty jewels in here. Alright. I like this one. It says a day in the life. These I'm not so much, like they don't speak to me as much because the colors all blend together for me. Although I may take it for this one with the T. That one right there, but it's like same color background, same tone. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, so let me go back to my car story. Oh, look how pretty. We're going to take this before I do that. Look how pretty. Probably like several $1,000s, but can I have the Walmart version? Okay, but anyway, so I drive to work and I have a good at least 40-minute drive to work. So I'm driving 40 minutes with this like frigid air blowing in my face, and fun times, right? Oh, and there went my nose. Sorry, guys. And of course, I'm like, it's super early in the morning. Thankfully, there's nobody on the road. And I'm just thinking, I got to get to work because I've already pulled off the road. I've already locked my keys in the house. You know, if I don't get to moving, I'm going to be late. And I can't be late because, again, I'm still the new kid. I've only been here for a little over 3 months at this job, right? And so I am just booking it. And Saturdays, we have a smaller staff anyway. So it's so important that everybody is there. And then I'm thinking, oh gosh, what am I going to do? So I get pulled in, immediately call my dad, wake him up again. Because I don't know anything about cars, y'all. I know a lot about a lot of things and a little about a lot of things. Cars, I know jack crap about. So I'm calling him and I'm trying to tell him what's going on. Bless his heart, he's half asleep, half awake. And I'm talking to him and I'm like, hey, do you care to call this, the dealership that I usually take my car to get serviced? See if they may have some appointments today. You know, if you can, if you're coming this way, do you care to run my car over there? Just like park your truck here. I'll pay you. Like, I'm freaking out. And I'm trying to figure out too, because again, it's supposed to torrential downpour this day, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to go into work, I'm going to have a whole pool in my car, it's going to ruin my interior. And then I'm thinking, and this is going to cost me thousands of dollars to get fixed, and this car ain't worth putting thousands of dollars in, and I don't want to have to get a car loan, and this car is paid off. I don't want to get a car loan. I'm trying to pay for school. And see, this is how my brain is, like a hamster on a wheel sometimes. And that's just like ate a bunch of sugar and drunk an espresso, right? And so I look at my car, and thankfully I do keep a pack of trash bags in my car, and then I had a few shopping bags from when I went to the pet store a couple weekends ago. And so I run into work and I see, and we don't have any packing tape or anything. We do have Scotch tape. So I run back out. They probably think I am insane at this point. And I run back out and I start taping these trash bags and shopping bags over it, just so we can try to not have water do it. And then I move my car to where my station is inside. I can watch it so that if someone tries to break in my car, I can see it, because literally you could just walk up and push the window down. And I, you know, loaded everything up into my locker at work, like my prescription sunglasses and anything that I thought was worth $1 or $2, you know, which was all of 5 things. But they can steal my trash. That's fine. Please. That saves me a trip. Please steal my trash. And then I was at work and I started looking up different body shops in between. There was no appointments available at the dealership that I usually go to, so that was a bust. And yeah, so then I just went and I worked the day like normal, just trying to wait for the end of shift. Luckily, it's a very short shift on Saturdays, just so I could see what could be done, because I needed to get it fixed that day if possible, because on Mondays I work a full shift, plus I have night classes, so I'm gone from the house from like 6 in the morning till 10:30 at night, and there is no way. And again, it's supposed to torrential downpour through the whole next week. I can't be having a window that won't go up, because again, I tried to force it up, but it wasn't happening. So it was a 10 shift. But let's look at some more pages. And then we'll go back to the story. Some of y'all that deal with this all the time are probably like cracking up at me right now because I just seem so dramatic, but that is me sometimes as I drink a big bucket of coffee, right? Good stuff. But anyway. Oh, I like this. I like these bigger jewels because they can add texture a lot of time. Ooh, I like this too. Ooh, I like this too. Peacock Aqua Prez. Look at that. It's like a turquoise on roids. That's amazing. Alrighty, I like this too with the little snowflakes on the side. And let's smell this one. Let's see if my nose can smell. Oh, I like that. Actually, this is that Flower Bomb. I had a coworker at the last place that I worked, and she would wear this all the time. It always smelled so good on her. She would always wear those like more earthy patchouli top scents, and like patchouli and the what is it? That brand? It's called like opium and stuff. The perfume, and it would always smell so good on her. She was big into perfumes and stuff. Oh, I'm going to take this too. This bottle, this could be something. Looks kind of magical to me. And what is this? Is this skincare? Peter Thomas Roth. Ooh, I like this with the bow. I guess are the big bows coming back? Oh, that's neat too. Let's see. Oh, this is cute. I like this. That gives me kind of like Mickey Mousey type vibes. Alright, let's smell this one. This is Gucci. Oh, there we go. Gucci Memoir d'une Odeur. I don't know. Forgive my pronunciation. It has been over 20 years since I've had French, so forgive me. Let's smell this one. Ooh, I really like that actually. From what I can smell, that smells really nice and clean actually, and I'm liking some of these images here, so we're gonna keep you too. So I like this one with the suit, so I wonder if like menswear for women is coming back. I really like that trend. I think that was early 2000s. That was really big. Ooh, I like this outfit too. This is like over a library, but like in a fantasy series. Like over the magical library, you know? I love it. Let me see. I like this. It says the very last of the very best. And Nouvelle Heritage. We could go with that. That might could be something. I'll take this finger right here. It is weird though to just see one finger because they've had to Photoshop this because you can't just... I ain't gonna flip y'all. Well, I guess you could. That's a really long finger. That is a really long finger. Oh, excuse my nose, y'all. Sorry. I'm hoping my throat was hurting when I went to bed last night, but it's not hurting today, so we're hopeful. Ooh, I like this too. And look at this fork. It's all like abalone or something. Is that a baked potato or is that bread? And what's that stuff on top of it? Is that like, looks like blackberries, but I think it's caviar. I ain't fancy like that, y'all. I'm just not. I'm going to take these jewelry pieces here. Just for any type of background texture. We're going to take Home Sweet Home. I'm going to take this for Stand Out. Dang, her hair is shiny. Gold. I'm just happy when mine ain't frizzed out till I'll get out. I have low standards. She's got pretty hair too. It's that 70s kind of wispy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like these bottles. They look kind of magical to me. And of course, I'm gonna, ooh, look at that one. Ooh, let's smell it. What is this one? I can't even read that. Is it Bond number 9? New York? Ooh, I kind of like that one. I don't think it would smell good on me, but it's very like, smells like very, 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 very fancy, expensive shampoo. I like it. Like shampoo that I'd never be able to afford, but that like the stylist used on me like one time, you know. We're gonna do this one here. This is Irresistible Charm. Oh, Miss Maisel. I love that show. Did any of y'all watch that on Amazon Prime? That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. That is a wonderful show. Definitely recommend. Okay, now let's get back to my story. We're at another pausing point. And let me know if y'all would like more like where I go through here and then I chat in between, or should I just do straight up magazine collage? I'm probably going to do what I feel like doing anyway, but input definitely. I always like getting input because I never can tell what people are looking for, and I've kind of been out of touch of YouTube for the last few months because life just got crazy, so I just make sure. So I was at work, worked my shift, everything. We ended up getting out a little later than normal. It never fails. The last like 30 minutes, we have people just piling in, and people literally coming in the last 30 seconds. So we have to leave those doors open until exact closing time. So if we have a whole lobby full of people at that time, we wait on all those people, manually let them out one by one, and then we can start doing closing procedures. And I had a brain fart. So we had a lot of people come in, and it was for a lot of like complicated stuff that would take 15 minutes or more, you know, part of the job. And did I put that backwards? No, I didn't. Okay. And finally got out of there because I told him, I let everybody know, I'm like, look, I got to get my car up in the shop. I was able to look up at one of our not busy times a few numbers of car shops, and luckily I work in the city now, so there are quite a few places. Most places were not open past noon on Saturdays, which sucks. But I found one, and it just happened to be like less than 5 minutes from where I work. I drive by there every single day, and I called there. Lady was super nice. I let her know what was going on, and she said, you know, I don't know if he'll have time to do it today, but if you'll drive on down here and let us look at it, we can see what parts you may need, and if we're unable to get the parts today because they were only open till 3 o'clock, and by this time it was almost 1 o'clock, she said, we'll definitely do it on Monday, but we can get that window closed for you at least. And I'm the, oh Lord, thank you, thank you. So I drive on down there. Again, I have to say, I am a person, especially in the past, number one, I'm a big introvert. Number two, as y'all have probably guessed by now, I have some anxiety, and it makes me dramatic at times. For real life. Like, I'll have 20 scenarios going in my head. If y'all understand, let me know. But, you know, and it was so much for me to go and just call and go down there. And I think in the past it would be something that while I could do it, it would definitely be a drain on me big time. But I just put on my big girl panties and I done it, right? Especially like car stuff. Sad to say, I usually let one of the guys in my family handle all the car stuff. I I do. So this is a very big step up for me, and I'm just proud of myself. I'm going to brag on myself for a moment. But I went on down there. I didn't even know where to park my car. Like, again, I have never had to take my car in for anything. I have been very fortunate. It's a 2011, and this is only the second, like, problem that I've had that's not regular maintenance on this vehicle. Even though it's paid off. And the moment you usually pay off a car, it just falls apart. But like, I was already like looking at cars in the process. I'm like, if I have to trade this in. But I go in, they're super nice. I'm probably awkward as crap because I didn't know. He's like, well, I need your keys, I need this. I'm thinking, here's this guy that I just met 30 seconds ago, and I handed him my car keys. Everything. And they pull it on back. They were wonderful. Like, it was, I think this may be my new car shop, but anyway, they were absolutely wonderful. Sat down with me, explained to me the process, was like, you know, if we're going to have to do diagnostics today and not actually fix it, you'll have to pay for that diagnostics test. If we can get the parts, then you're just going to be paying for the parts plus labor, yada, 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 so on and so forth. And I figured it was almost 1 o'clock when I got there, and the longest I'd have to wait is 3 because they close at 3, right? So, pull it on up. I had headphones in my purse, thank God, because again I took everything out of the car. I'm also embarrassed because I need to clean my car. They probably thought, oh my gosh, this woman is horrendous. I'm so embarrassed. Clean your car, y'all, because stuff like this comes up. I need to do that. The first warm day I get that I'm off work, I'm going out there and cleaning that sucker out because it's embarrassing. I have crud in there that's probably from 2011. But anyway, and I just sat in their waiting room. It was so nice. They had like leather seats and a fireplace and flat screen TV, and they even had like a play area for children. That was so smart because the walls had huge windows on them, floor to ceiling, so you could sit by the TV and still see your kids. And they had it all carpeted with that carpet that's got like roads and stuff on it to where they can run the Hot Wheels on it. I mean, it was great. And I just sat there and chilled out, and it was just crazy. But long story short, so I only ended up being there a little less than an hour. And well, in the first 15 minutes he came back, he said, it's your regulator, and we this part we can get today. If you don't care to wait, we'll go ahead and fix it. And I was like, heck yeah, buddy. Let's get it fixed. And we were there, or I was there in total, I don't even think a whole hour, and they had it fixed. My window works now, and I was just so happy because I had all these plans. I needed to get groceries that day. This was the only day I could do it. I needed to like do all these errands, and I was sitting there thinking, I ain't gonna be able to do any of these errands. I ain't gonna have no groceries. I'm not gonna be able to eat for the week. Again, slightly dramatic, right? And they fixed it. It was great. They even cleaned the door, so now my door looks like it belongs to a different car, a car of a not as messy person. Because I live in my car, I have all my lunch breaks in my car. It just, I don't know, there's no excuse for it. Like, I just need to clean it. I need to get some Armor All. I need to be there. But that was my adventure yesterday morning. I got to go around and do my errands in that city after that. Got to go to Aldi's, do some grocery shopping. I stopped at Dunkin' on the way back home to get a coffee because I just could not get warm yesterday. And I stopped and got me a coffee, and then I bought Dad a coffee to thank him for putting up with my nonsense. And I was thinking, driving there, I'm like, I am never going to put this window up and down ever again. It's going to stay here. And I pulled up to the Dunkin' drive-thru. I was like, crap, I have to roll my window down, which it worked like a charm, thankfully. But yeah, that was my little adventure yesterday morning. It's just, I don't know. I'll give you my thoughts on that going forward. I bet y'all are just ready for me to get through this magazine, right? So let me look again. Oh, this caffeine's good, y'all. Alrighty. This has a lot of words on it, so there may be something I can use there. More words. We like words. I'm just happy I did that, y'all. Any of y'all that know me from the past, that's a big step for me to just do that. So I don't know. Born out of necessity, I reckon. Let's look here. Oh, what is my horoscope? Since this is in the past, we can see. Capricorn. In the past, you may have felt too shy to push yourself forward in a particular setting or around certain people. What? Don't be surprised if your confidence soars in December and you find you've become quite the extrovert. Lucky day, December 13th. In January, you may attempt something risky to impress someone. Listen to those who insist you can be innovative without going to extremes. Well, that fits the story, doesn't it? Oh, let's smell this one. Oh, year ahead. Hold on. What's my year ahead? Capricorn. Someone booing your spirit helps get the year off to a good start. Health and fitness are watchwords for spring. Summer is a time for shared pursuits, and developments in November let you finish 2020 as you wish. Y'all, I'm going to lose like 50 pounds in November. Alright, let's smell this one. This is Chloe Lowe. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Woo, that one's strong though. That broke through the sinuses. Ooh, I love her eyes. She has gorgeous eyes, doesn't she? Ooh, I like this too. That's cool. There we are. Ooh, I like this image. Is pretty striking too. I thought she was eating the lipstick for a minute. You can tell I don't wear makeup. I don't know these things. Doesn't stop me from watching makeup people sometimes though, because they just do such wonderful artistic and just fun videos sometimes. A lot of them are just crap and drama, but some of them are really fun. Oh, I like this image too there. That's pretty cool. But this whole thing happened. So I don't know, my theme for the last few months has been, I've just been learning a lot of lessons, seeing like the ebbs and flows of life. Let's just get on a weird tangent here. Oh, I'm going to save this picture too. So starting from, I guess, before I took my break on this channel is, or around November, October when I got my new job. It's showing me, and I see this more as I get older, and I've seen a lot more since I've gone into my 30s, is sometimes doors just open up for you, and it's crazy how stuff just falls into place. But you also have to remember, things can turn on a dime, whether it be good or bad. So I think yesterday was just a lesson to me that everything can be going just wonderful and falling into place. Because I was literally just thinking, like, I was off on Thursday. Since I work Saturday, I got a weekday off, and I had gotten all my homework caught up. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have so much time this weekend. Everything's going amazingly well. I've got my savings in order, savings plan, you know, for my tuition coming up. That's about to raise, whole nother story, whole nother day. You know, I have my emergency fund in place. Thank you, Dave Ramsey. And all this stuff, everything's lining up. It's great. It's wonderful. My classes have started for this semester, and I'm learning this out. And then I walk out the door without my keys, which is something I've not done in like over 15 years. And my window just randomly just breaks out of nowhere, you know, or the regulator or whatever. And I have to go, and I have a costly repair. And again, I had an emergency fund in place. Thank you, Dave Ramsey. So that it was not a big deal. There was a time when a like $300 auto repair would have broke me, and I would have not been able to pay it. So I'm very thankful for that. But it just reminded me of how you need to look at things day to day and just kind of, I don't know, this sounds so just, but y'all know what I mean, Pinteresty will say. It can just turn on a dime. Like, nothing lasts forever, and it's just like when I was in my old job, I never thought I was going to get out of there. Like, I had been hunting for a year and a half trying to get out of there, and you know, either people did not want to make time, excuse me, to work around my work schedule, or I mean, it was just crazy. And then just out of nowhere, I get this job offer like that a year and a half later, and I had been working all that time, developing my skills, going back to school, doing all this stuff, and then everything just fell into place. And it's kind of like with this that I had the other day, I've been pushing myself, you know, because again, I say, I'm like, I am a person, I have anxiety and everything, and I've just learned to accept those more uncomfortable situations that I don't like and just grin and bear a lot of stuff and just ride it out instead of just like making a rash decision in the moment. Does that make sense? And it all just kind of works out. I don't know if y'all know what I'm trying to say. Again, I don't script these videos, I'm just talking, but it's just, it reminds me of that. I've been learning a lot of life lessons here lately, y'all. Been learning a lot of life lessons. Although the bad thing to come out of this is now people in my family are like, oh, you've gone to the car shop, now you can go and do all your oil changes and everything yourself. And I'm like, crap. Which I will. We're growing up, you know. I'm 34 and I can go take my car for an oil change now. I keep telling everybody I need to date a mechanic so that it all works out. But anyway, let's just get on to this. I don't know. I'm being silly now, y'all. Thank you for sticking around for my silly chats. I have become a lot more chatty since I've come back to this channel, which I missed y'all so much. It was just so crazy last year, and I'm enjoying it. I know some people, they prefer the more just fast edited music only stuff, but sometimes I just like to chat with y'all because again, this is art therapy with Jen, and I just like sharing with y'all and talking it out, and sometimes that's just really what you need to do. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. She just looks epic. Look at those earrings. That's amazing. And plus I talk to people all day long at my job, but it's it's work. So it's just I don't know, those of y'all that work in a front facing positions or, you know, with the public, it's just different. So it's just nice to be able to sit and talk and shoot the breeze and all that stuff. I like these little bottles down here. Those are cute. I need more people though. I'm getting concerned. I like this. It says different. I'm gonna take that. Let's see. Oh, that's Star Wars. I'm so weirded out that Star Wars is popular again. I'm gonna take that for Dream. I remember growing up, which I think the only Star Wars I've seen is Episode 1. So, oh, I love this picture. I love all the industrial stuff in the background. That is an aesthetic that I love. And all that. Let's just get through this magazine, y'all, because I just chatted a little much. Let me refill on the coffee. I've been liking, though, I like this picture. I probably cut the stormtroopers. Is that what they are, stormtroopers? Out. Look, I knew a thing. Oh, I love this one too, with that vintage plane in the background. But what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Let me see. Plus my nose is starting to run, so we need to get with it. There's Miss Angelina. Oh, I like this. It says, when you have a loud mind, as I do, you go to places that quiet you. Yeah, I don't like really loud places. It said, the last time I stayed at my house in Cambodia, I heard screaming down the hall. A friend had a giant lizard under her pillow. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We're not. Ooh, I like this. This could be sci-fi. I like that. I don't know, y'all. It's just been 2019 was a very pivotal year for me. 2020's getting there. It's just cool. Inside the world's sexiest couple. They're hanging upside down. That just hurts the back of my knees looking at it, but I'm impressed. That's cool. We live behind walls, literally, figuratively, and deliberately. You'll never see our children or any of our most permanent or personal moments on social media or in the press. I'm all about that. I wonder about people that put their kids all online, but that's a whole other story, whole other day. Oh, I love this aesthetic here. This is great. With the, that's so cool. That's so awesome. I love the, like, spacesuit. Oh, I like that, too. That's very ethereal. Love it. I don't know what kind of page is going to come out of this, y'all, but I am excited. Let's see. Why don't you take head-to-toe neutrals out for a spin? This belted trench from Givenchy will launch any look to new heights. I wear black pants every day, sorry. Which is dangerous in itself because I have cats. Y'all ever do that? Y'all that have to wear like black slacks. You change when you go to leave the house and then you're like dodging cats because they're trying to love up on you and be all cute and it's like, don't touch me, don't touch me. But anyway, that is my harvest. It looks like I got quite a few out of there. Thank y'all so much for listening to me chat and go on as I rip pages out of here. I like to do kind of a variety of, you know, content to do more edited ones when I have time, and sometimes just talk it out like today. Like I needed to get that out, you know. Going to the car shop may not be a big deal for some people, but I am just someone, if my routine is interrupted, it's like the end of the world sometimes. I just have to remind myself, no girl, it's not. You still gonna be here. Even after this happens, right? But again, thank y'all so much. And on YouTube here lately, I've just enjoyed more like talking videos so that you can kind of have it going on in the background while you're doing other stuff. Like here in a moment, as soon as I finish this, I'm actually going to go do, again, excuse my nose, but I'm going to go do some meal prep for next week. Gonna cook me up some good beef and stuff, because y'all know I'm doing, well, y'all may not know, I ain't been on here in a while, but still doing low carb and stuff. Wonders for my inflammation. It's been great, but to each their own. I'm not, just like I'm not a car mechanic, I am not a nutritionist. But thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all soon with a video on what we make from these fun pages here. So thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.